Women. Oh man, what's wrong with me? Oh, hold on. Welcome back to Mentorship CEO. In today's video, I'm gonna be ranking 11, I was about to say 12, 11 Rolex watches. I got this idea from Nico. For you guys who don't know, Nico he's a watch dealer in Ireland. Guy curses a lot, but entertaining as F. So here we go, guys. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into this video. So guys, first things first, wristwatch check. I have the IWC shopping housing, 36 millimeter, between 35, 36 millimeter, I'll say. Caliber 89 movement. The watch is growing on me as far as with this strap, but I still need to replace the strap. For you guys who checked out my video about this watch, the watch came with this strap, but to me, I find the color really hard to really match with certain outfits. It works sometimes, but it's really feminine, it's light, it's a thin strap, so I need something a little bit more hefty, and we'll see what I pick up. I'm not sure yet, guys. You guys can comment down below. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can have a close-up. I don't know what strap to go with yet, whether it's a leather strap. You know, there's different textures of leathers. There's alligator, there's ostrich, there's just different patterns, and then there's smooth leather just like this, where there's nothing too crazy. There's different stitchings, there's different colors. So guys, comment down below, let me know what you think. That would go well with an 18 karat gold watch with a nice, not really white yet, it's not white anymore. It's like a nice creamy off-white color. So comment down below, guys. Now let's get into this video where I'm going to be ranking 11 Rolex watches from 1 to 5. 5 being the best, 1 being not so good. So I have my laptop here, and let's get into this video. So guys, the first watch would be the Gmt Master. This watch isn't my favorite watch, so immediately I'll let you guys know I'm ranking this 1 at the bottom of the list. It's a beautiful watch, definitely a nice movement, complicated movement that Rolex made. Rolex don't really make too many complications. As far as complications, this will be one, and the Sky Dweller will be another one that's like really highly complicated. But this watch doesn't do it for me based on the size. Sure, if you're a really big person, I would look at this watch on you and be like, okay, it looks good. It comes in different material. This is just the yellow gold. There's two-tone as well. One of my favorite rappers wear this watch, Joe Budden. I'll put it up on the screen if I find a picture of him wearing it. And it looks fine on his wrist, but overall, it's not for everybody. It's a really big watch if you see it in person. So this watch gets number 1 on the list. Bottom, 1 being the lowest. Next would be the Rolex Day-Date 40. Beautiful watch. As you guys know, I lean more towards dress watches, so this would fit in well. Also, it's a watch that could definitely go into that sport realm where you could wear a t-shirt, like a black tee like this, and have this piece on. Now, when it comes to the 40 millimeter case, it's right in the middle of the sizes that Rolex decided to come up with to make the Day-Date. They have the 36 millimeter, which is the classic size, and you guys all know that I love 36 millimeter watches, especially the Datejust. And then they did a 41 millimeter, which I guess they quickly realized that they were kind of going a little crazy there, so they went back to the 40. But to me, the 36 and the 40, nice little sweet spot, depending on your wrist size. But the 40 millimeter Day-Date, classic. I love it. But the 36 would be my choice if I had to choose a Day-Date. I would rank this number 3 on the list. No, number 4. I rank this 4 on the list as far as rating the watch. If it was a 36, it'll be 5. Next would be the Rolex Daytona polar dial. Quickly, I'll give you guys the ranking. This will be number 5 on the list. Guys, I had an opportunity to pick this up early in when it was just about to get hyped up for 21K. I called a dealer in Naples. I was in Miami at the time. I called a dealer in Naples and they were like, yeah, but I didn't pull the trigger because that was going to be a big chunk to really buy a watch for 21K. Wait, was it 21K? I can't remember. I don't want to give the wrong price, but it was a high number, and it was going to be the highest number I would ever buy a watch for. So that's why I was kind of like on the fence. But this watch definitely 5. It's up there. It's definitely top tier for me. Based on the aesthetics, the look of the watch, the history of the Daytona. The Daytonas just don't crash as far as, let's say, the pricing. They always do well. They hold their value, and it's a beautiful watch. It's a steel, which I don't have many steel watches. I always like a little bit of precious metal in there, whether it's fully gold or two-tone. But definitely this, if you want to be a little bit low-key. It's hyped, so therefore people who don't really know much about watches will definitely see it and know, because it's talked about so much. But the Daytona Polar, definitely a go-to. Even though, guys, as you guys know, I do lean more towards vintage, but this is one that it checks the box for me. Next would be the Rolex Gmt Master Ii. This is the 126711. Root beer, if they want to go by the nickname. This definitely 5 on the list. Now, when it comes to the root beer, I love it just for the color. It's not bright. It's not like the Batman, which is the black and blue. And it's just like a subtle, rustic look, if that's the right way to describe it. It's it's not vintage, but that brown, it just works. And like I mentioned just now, I love the two-tone watches. So this just goes well. The one downside to this is it's the size of the case. This has like the maxi case on, the lugs, as you guys can see. It's the wider case. And as I mentioned again, I go towards more of the vintage watches. So this more modern watch is beautiful, yes, but I could appreciate everything else. That's why I'll put this in the 5 category. I'll put it up there because it's just, everything's just perfect, except for the lugs being so wide. Yeah, definitely, if I get the opportunity to buy one of these, I definitely will. Next would be the Rolex Datejust. Hold on, I always have trouble saying this.
You stupid.
Okay. Oh man, it's too early. The Rolex Datejust 41. Let's just leave it there. Hold on, until I calm down. I gotta get this word out. 3 on the list, number 3. Everything else though, beautiful. I like the green Roman numeral dial, Roman numeral indexes. The one thing that throws the watch off though is at the 9 o'clock, where it's just a stick dial, a stick hour marker. I don't know, it just throws off the balance, because at the 3 o'clock it has the date window. But yeah, it's definitely in the middle for me, so I'll give it a 3. I believe this is rose gold and stainless steel, but I'm sure it does have the yellow gold too. Beautiful watch, but that 41mm size kind of doesn't do it for me. It already has the wide lugs, and yeah, just staring at it right now is making me like want to go down to a 2, but I'll leave it at a 3. Okay, next I'll call this almost like a neo vintage watch. This is a Rolex Datejust 16610. I've actually owned this watch before, and I regret selling it if I want to look in hindsight right now. It's a very low-key watch. The thing about this watch is though, it just didn't feel like what it was, the price, that the market value of it, what they were asking for it. It's a steel watch. The one that I had, well, especially for this, it's like the 1989, 1990. So the material, you know, the hollow center links, hollow end links just made the watch feel a little bit cheap. So it's like the price was going up, but then I was just wearing it, I was just like, it doesn't feel like it. So this watch, I would put it in the 3 category as well. Guys, comment down below, let me know what you think about these picks that I'm choosing and what you would put these, what category you would put these watches. Okay, my battery is about to die, so I'm just gonna do my last one. The last one is a vintage watch, a Rolex Explorer 1655. This one is called the McQueen, the Steve McQueen Explorer. Beautiful watch, put this on 5, number 5 on the list. And just based off the aesthetic, the look, the dial is beautiful. And it's the perfect size for me. Guys, comment down below, let me know what you think of all these watches that I've put up on the screen. Guys, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on, follow me on Instagram, mentorship.ceo, and guys, stay tuned for the next video.